Entering the 21st century, Vietnam has achieved much in socio-economic development. Poverty reduction and development projects have helped to improve the lives of people throughout the country. However, the uneven pace of poverty reduction that currently focuses mainly on ethnic minorities is still a major challenge for the people, the communities, and the government of Vietnam. This is the internal road of Ea Pri village, Ea Hue commune, Bun Dong district, Dak Lak province. The road was built in 2005 for traveling and transporting goods and agricultural products, but has severely deteriorated since its construction.
Gió, rồi nắng rất là nhiều, rồi lúc mùa mưa đường nó lầy, rồi thì nước nó lội, rồi thì mấy đứa con cái, rồi mấy đứa hàng xóm ở đây rồi nó đi học hành rất là khổ.
This has become a very large obstacle for daily life and the production activities of the local people.
Mong muốn thì nhà nước thì quan tâm thì để sửa cái đường cho nó đi lại cho nó dễ.
Nhà nước nó giúp đỡ làm đường đẹp cho con cái đi học hành cho nó đi rất là đẹp.
This 30-hectare area is a cultivation field that is the main source of income for farmers at Dak Nhum commune and Dak Lê district in the province of Kon Tum. This is the only bridge that crosses the stream. It takes people to their fields to work, but has deteriorated over time. Every day, people still go to their fields by crossing the stream, even when the water levels rise. Wading through the river is extremely dangerous, but people have no other way to reach the other side.
Ngày nào cũng thế, mùa mưa đấy, nước lò chân tới này rất là nguy hiểm, khó khăn lắm. Bây giờ rất là mong muốn nếu mà nhà nước có dự án gì đó để hỗ trợ, chủ yếu là phải làm cao cho dân để qua trước đi lại. Vì mì bắp bên kia, trâu bò nuôi bên kia, ruộng cũng có bên kia.
Cháu mong có một cây cầu mới để lên nương, không phải lội suối.
Yang Re commune, Krong Bong district, Dak Lak province. A temporary house. A meal only consisting of white rice and sour bamboo sprouts. Children here are sobbing convulsively in the sweltering air of the Central Highlands, the face of a mother trying to survive. This family has no field, no garden, and no cattle. Miss Hade Hadok must carry her child on her back while she picks up each cassava and sweet potato in the fields to survive every day. There are many stories of the difficult production and exhausting lives of the people in poor communes in the Central Highlands region. These stories cause thought and concern about the people's development in this mountainous plateau. In fact, in the past decade, despite having quite high growth, nearly 2 times in comparison to the average of the whole country, the Central Highlands is an area with one of the highest poverty rates, where more than 70% of ethnic minorities live below the poverty line. People's lives here depend heavily on the forest, on nature. Now, the forests are disappearing too fast. Droughts and floods occur regularly, and though there are many advantages from development, people are still plagued by poverty from generation to generation. The government of Vietnam has made many efforts to reduce poverty in the Central Highlands, but the scale and number of such projects are small and inconsistent. The total ODA for the Central Highlands has only been about 4% of the total for the nation from 1993 to 2013. Resources to build infrastructure, connect the Central Highlands with other regions, and improve the livelihoods of ethnic minorities here are too scarce. Today, the Vietnamese government is trying to promote economic growth and reduce poverty by enhancing capital attraction for the development of the region's economy. The most important thing is to take advantage of existing resources, develop the region's potential, and change people's perception in order to reduce poverty sustainably through economic growth. The Central Highlands Poverty Reduction Project was born with this important objective. The Central Highlands Poverty Reduction Project is the largest investment program in the Central Highlands ever, deployed in 130 communes in 26 of the most remote districts of the 6 provinces of Dak Lak, Dak Nom, Gia Lai, Kon Tum, Quang Nam, and Quang Ngai. The poor communes of the project area have high concentrations of ethnic minority groups. Currently, infrastructure, production capacity, market linkages, and qualifications of local officials are still quite limited. With a total investment of up to $165 million, of which the loan from the World Bank is $150 million, and the counterpart fund from the Vietnamese government is $15 million, the objective of the Central Highlands Poverty Reduction Project is to enhance living standards for poor households through livelihood opportunity improvement for poor communes in the project area. Specific objectives of the project include improving hamlet and commune infrastructure systems to support livelihood development, improve living conditions, enhance access to public services, and create jobs in infrastructure construction. Strengthening self-reliance in people's livelihoods by fortifying food security and nutrition, concurrently enhancing the diversification and development of livelihoods, as well as improve market linkages to create sustainable incomes for local people. Improving district-level connecting infrastructure, both economic and social, to boost production and increase access to public services. Building capacity for project staff at all levels in order to effectively implement the initiatives of the project, as well as enhance communication to promote people's awareness to strengthen participation in planning and executing the project's activities. Assuring to manage, supervise, and evaluate the effectiveness of project activities in accordance with the design of the project.
Carry out poverty reduction across the country. That's our mission. That's what we want to try and do to help the government and the people of Vietnam. The Central Highlands is a part of Vietnam, just like any other part, but it's particularly important because I think this is also one of the regions where you have a high incidence of poverty. And so doing more to make sure that this part can also catch up with other parts of Vietnam becomes important.
During the 5 years of implementation, the project is expected to significantly improve the lives of people of the Central Highlands, particularly those in the most remote communes and districts of the region.
Về phía địa phương này chúng tôi cũng cam kết là sẽ chỉ đạo các cái ngành, đặc biệt là các cái đơn vị địa phương, các huyện, các xã, 6 huyện và 30 xã thì tham gia với tinh thần trách nhiệm cao nhất để người dân được hưởng lợi từ cái dự án này.
Chúng tôi cũng sẽ cố gắng thực hiện hết tất cả trách nhiệm của mình, phối hợp cùng với lại huyện, cùng với chỉ đạo cho các cái ban phát triển xã để làm sao mà thực hiện tốt cái việc mà vận động bà con tham gia các cái mục tiêu của dự án đã đề ra để cho đạt được cái việc mà xóa đói giảm nghèo, cái hộ nghèo ở cái vùng dự án giảm càng nhiều là càng tốt.
Ở tỉnh chúng tôi thì cũng đã có sự chỉ đạo rất là chắc chắn quyết liệt và cũng rất là bài bản từ tỉnh ủy đến hội đồng nhân dân và ủy ban nhân tỉnh, và cũng đã tổ chức một bộ máy từ tỉnh cho đến huyện đến xã, cũng rất là với một cái tinh thần trách nhiệm rất là cao để làm sao mà tập trung vào để mà cùng với cái chương trình chung của cả nước trong cái việc mà giảm nghèo bền vững cho các hộ đồng bào dân tộc và các hộ còn nghèo của Việt Nam.
Mặc dù còn gặp nhiều khó khăn, tuy nhiên ban quản lý dự án chúng tôi cam kết sẽ phối hợp chặt chẽ với Ngân hàng Thế giới, với Bộ Kế hoạch Đầu tư, với Ủy ban nhân dân tỉnh và các sở ban ngành liên quan trên địa bàn tỉnh thực hiện dự án đúng theo tiến độ với mục tiêu nâng cao mức sống cho người dân vùng Tây Nguyên.
The project consists of 4 main components. Each component focuses on specific activities and tasks. Component 1, commune or village infrastructure development. Component 2, sustainable livelihood development. Component 3, district-level connective infrastructure development, capacity building and communication. Component 4, project management. Component 1, commune or village infrastructure development. Currently, in the project area, necessities for daily life and production such as fresh water, schools, health stations, village internal roads, internal commune roads, and canal systems are still insufficient, causing a huge obstacle for the economic development of the region and the people. Component 1, commune or village infrastructure development, has a total capital of about $45 million, an equivalent of about 945 billion Vietnam dong, to support infrastructure development in hamlets and villages to reduce travel time, decrease transportation costs, increase cultivation area, improve irrigation systems, and finally improve access to production areas and public services. Infrastructure subprojects of this component will be proposed by local people in the annual participatory planning process of the project. Small-scale works which require minimal technical oversight will be implemented by communities by applying a community participation method with the motto, "The commune has work, people have jobs." 10% of the total capital in Component 1 will be used for operation and maintenance activities of infrastructure projects in communes, villages, and hamlets by self-management groups. Component 2, sustainable livelihood development. Over generations, the people of the Central Highlands have subsisted almost entirely on nature, using accumulated experience from generation to generation without consideration of agricultural techniques to increase food production. Therefore, they have missed many opportunities for improving their economic development and life sustainability, which leaves many in a precarious position. Component 2, sustainable livelihood development, has a total capital investment of about $30.24 million, or the equivalent of approximately 635 billion Vietnam dong. This investment is to support food security and nutrition, as well as promote livelihood diversification and market linkages to generate sustainable incomes. This component is designed with the principle of community-oriented development, which gives beneficiaries the power to consider and select the best work for themselves. To get support from the project, participants will establish livelihood enhancement groups, called LEGs, based on the voluntary participation of member households. Each group will consist of 10 to 20 households. There are 3 main types of LEGs: food security and nutrition, livelihood diversification, and market linkages. The following illustrate how these legs will work. Story 1. This little house has 6 members of Habia's family. There are many children but only a small field to grow food. Unfortunately, not knowing proper rice planting techniques, the family does not have enough to eat all year round. The family owns a small garden but no seeds, so the garden is left overgrown with weeds. Habia would really like to improve their lives so that her family has enough food, but she does not know how to do it. Then, Habia decides to participate in the hamlet meeting at the house of Patriarch Amarin. They are introduced to the Central Highlands Poverty Reduction Project, where Habia decides to join the leg of rice cultivation with a dozen other women in the same hamlet. Participating in the rice cultivation leg, Habia and other members are trained on how to make a rice production plan, calculating how much seed, fertilizer, water, and other things are needed to be successful. After many meetings are held to reach a final agreement, and after the rice cultivation sub-project is approved, the group is supported with seeds and other materials. Particularly, they will have hands-on instructions on proper rice cultivation techniques, guiding them on how to use fertilizer, remove weeds, and harvest efficiently. The group will be fully supported by the project, from input to group formation and management to technical training for a maximum of 2 years. From the third year on, the project will only provide technical support, so the group maintains autonomy and awareness of their activities. In addition to the rice cultivation leg, women like Habia can participate in legs related to food security and nutrition, depending on their demand and capacities, such as the cultivation of cassava and maize, garden improvement, and livestock maintenance, which will certainly enhance the quality of life. Story 2. Ifoy's family does not lack food like Habia's family, but living in a needy situation for many years, they have no money for their children to go to school or to buy medicine when someone falls ill. The family has several coffee fields, but cannot afford to buy good seed. Inefficient tending of the fields causes pests to stunt the coffee trees, yielding poor harvests. After harvest time, they do not know where else to sell but to traders purchasing at a low price. In spite of owning and cultivating a field, their lives are still very difficult. Ifoy decides to participate in a leg of coffee livelihood diversification, where she will learn better cultivation techniques after speaking to a community facilitator of the Central Highlands Poverty Reduction Project. Until recently, Ifoy has only been doing business with other people in the village. Now, people in her community will come together to discuss how to grow coffee more efficiently. Importantly, the project staff will show advanced cultivation techniques that Ifoy and others were not previously aware of. Moreover, Ifoy and everyone in the group are instructed on how to make a production plan, calculating input cost, how much to buy, the best methods to harvest, and the best place to sell their products. The group members also support and help each other like a family. Now, Ifoy's group is actively learning new techniques for more effective cultivation. In the end, they will harvest plenty of quality coffee in the coming seasons with much greater yields. The project will fully support operation costs for these legs in the first year. From the second year on, the project will only support technical training to enhance capacity for group members, so that the members gradually gain autonomy and manage the production process themselves. In addition to coffee planting groups, farmers can enroll in other livelihood diversification legs such as Litsea cultivation, on cattle and goat breeding, to find the work that fits their families the best. Story 3. Today, there are many people gathering in Patriarch Bull's house to listen to the project staff of the Central Highlands Poverty Reduction Project introducing about a pharmaceutical enterprise which the project has built up in cooperation with the commune. The pharmaceutical enterprise proposes to purchase all production of the farmers who participate in planting crude pharmaceuticals. The enterprise will also inform the farmers what they need, what the products are, and how to maintain plant quality, as well as other requirements for cultivation techniques, transportation, and delivery. Farmers in the village are excited to discuss whether they should establish a leg of pharmaceutical market linkages. If established, the group will be supported by the project to find and connect with partners of raw materials and seeds for technical training, product marketing, distribution, and sale. Thereby, farmers will be guided from the production stage to the product sale in accordance with market rules. The project also supports market connection groups by introducing products through trade fairs, workshops, and activities of other trade promotions. District-level connective infrastructure development, capacity building, and communication. The project does not only improve hamlet, village, and commune-level work, but also helps farmers to repair and build new district-level connective infrastructure, including hard infrastructure works, such as roads, irrigation systems, health facilities, and schools, as well as soft infrastructure, like market information systems, to promote socio-economic development within the district. In particular, the project focuses on using local employers to create jobs, helping people to stabilize their lives, and actively participating in homeland development. The project also works on capacity building for the project management team and officials at all levels, as well as leg members through training courses and experience sharing. Information of the project will be widely communicated to all people and subject groups, especially poor farmers and women in villages, thereby enhancing the role of farmers in the supervision and implementation of projects. Component 4. Project Management. The project will be effectively managed through annual planning at commune, district, and provincial levels. Management Information Systems, or MIS, will be used to support project supervision, evaluation, and receive feedback from people. Farmers will be directly involved in supervision during project implementation for their community's benefit. The The Central Highlands Poverty Reduction Project must not only provide capital, but also help local people to participate in the economy. If farmers really want to get rid of poverty, they must understand how to create diverse income sources which are effective, sustainable, and beneficial to their environment. It is time farmers of the Central Highlands stand up and shake off poverty to raise and harmonize with the country's development. So what must they do to participate in the project and succeed?
Một cái quan trọng nhất vẫn là làm sao nhân dân là cùng ngồi lại, bàn bạc, xây dựng kế hoạch và cùng chung tay với lại dự án.
Muốn cái dự án này thành công, chúng tôi là sẽ phối hợp với ban dự án xã và các ban ngành đoàn thể ở Buôn để làm công tác vận động. Buôn những cái hộ nghèo là sẽ thành lập tổ để chúng ta để sinh hoạt, để góp ý xây dựng từng hộ để phát triển kinh tế hộ gia đình.
Tư sẽ hỗ trợ cho bà con những cái giống vật nuôi. Mình sẽ tổ chức tập huấn trao dồi kỹ thuật cho bà con để thực hiện, để nuôi những cái vật cây trồng đó và những vật nuôi đó nó đạt hiệu quả.
Farmers must unite and discuss what they have to do to succeed. The Central Highlands Poverty Reduction Project does not just give an opportunity for a single individual, but requires the participation of entire communities. From the repair of roads and canals to cultivation, livestock breeding, and livelihood development, every initiative must be implemented by communities where the communities will act as the foundation. The meetings in villages and hamlets will provide the details of the project. Farmers will attend and be instructed on how to participate in the project by a community facilitator and local leaders. After that, people will establish appropriate livelihood groups. Each group will be supported and instructed on production, cultivation, and planning by the project in accordance with each category.
Người dân người ta tự giám sát với nhau và tự thực hiện các cái hoạt động do dự án đưa ra. Điều đó sẽ nâng cao cái nhận thức cho đồng bào các dân tộc thiểu số và đồng thời là đem lại cái hiệu quả cho cái cuộc sống của đồng bào các dân tộc ở trên địa bàn mà thực hiện các cái chương trình dự án đó.
Từ khi dự án nó về đây thì bà con am hiểu về khoa học kỹ thuật, thì từ nay để thu nó được tốt hơn.
Opportunity is there for the farmers. They must capture it to change their lives, to build up the land of their ancestors.
Dự án giảm nghèo các tỉnh Tây Nguyên là một dự án hết sức quan trọng đối với vùng Tây Nguyên nói chung và đối với đồng bào nghèo vùng dân tộc Tây Nguyên nói riêng. Với tư cách là lãnh đạo bộ thì tôi cũng xin cam kết với các địa phương là sẽ cùng đồng hành với dự án và sẽ cùng phối hợp với chính quyền của 6 tỉnh, chính quyền với Ủy ban nhân dân của 6 tỉnh chỉ đạo thực hiện cái dự án, bố trí các cái nguồn lực vốn đối ứng theo đúng cái quy định của chính phủ để hỗ trợ cho dự án, cũng như là bố trí những con người mà có năng lực, có phẩm chất vào cái ban điều hành dự án để cùng phối hợp với các địa phương để thực hiện dự án thành công.
Nếu mà có dự án về với buôn làng thì tôi rất là nhiệt tình tham gia, kêu gọi buôn làng, chị em trong làng mình cùng đồng lòng tham gia dự án để có cái sự hỗ trợ để thoát nghèo.
Bây giờ nếu mà dự án mà vào á thì có cái gì để dân dân tham gia, có cái gì mà dân biết làm đó để dân dân tham gia, còn cái gì mà dân dân không biết làm đó thì phải nhờ cái tổ chức đó làm đó để cho hoàn thành cái đó để dân để là cải thiện đời sống vật chất của dân dân. Nếu mà không dân đói nghèo miết như thế là chịu rất là khó.
Tôi sẽ cố gắng thực hiện triển khai các hoạt động cũng như là truyền thông của thông tin của dự án tới gần với người dân hơn để cho dự án được thành công.
The Central Highlands Poverty Reduction Project has been widely and comprehensively deployed with the goal of helping the ethnic minorities of the Central Highlands develop their economic opportunities and stabilize their lives. The Central Highlands has a great potential for development, and the people of the region deserve strong growth. Giving opportunities to the ethnic minorities of the Central Highlands is the most practical and effective method to lift them out of poverty. The farmers have to unite to participate in the project to build a new life for a future without poverty, where they live in prosperity and happiness.